Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So we have a brand new category added into Dokkan actually. We do not get this happening very often these days. Back in the day, 2020, 2021, Dokkan would add a category literally every Dokkan Fest. And oftentimes they're just pointless categories, stupid categories, categories that are just handled very poorly by Dokkan. And what I mean by that is categories, right, that are full of flaws. Like Metal Cooler not being on Space Traveling Warriors, even though he's literally a spaceship traveling through space. It's what he is. He's Metal Cooler is actually a giant spaceship. I think he's a Space Traveling Warrior, just saying. Metal Cooler, the whole purpose, he destroys planets by sucking the energy, the life from the planet. Metal Cooler, not on planetary destruction, right? So we've seen a lot of badly designed categories like that, like where Dokkan just hasn't put the correct characters following the rules in a lot of these categories, right? So basically the last few categories we've gotten have been stuff that's, very obvious and not something that they could screw up. Like Earthbred Fighters is very obvious what it is. Super Bosses, Saiyan Saga, those are some of the more recent categories we've seen. This is just kind of, this category reminds me of kind of one of the bullshit categories from like 2020 or 2021. This is uncontrollable power. Is kind of what this category is actually right here. So if we jump over, so uncontrollable power, and then of course here's the Japanese category list right there. So I don't know. I think that this so let's say there was like a Carnival LR and this was the leader skill. I don't know that it would really be that great of a category. I think what this can be in terms of a category is like this would be very good on a Dokkan Fest character. So I don't know. Let's say, we think that there's a good chance, by the way, that Bio Broly actually could be a part 2 character, like for real. So if Bio Broly as a Dokkan Fest, right, was actually uncontrollable power, artificial life form, and Resurrected Warrior as his Dokkan Fest leader skill, like then all of a sudden uncontrollable power works as an effective category if it's like, okay, we could use that to, kind of like run like an artificial life form team, but then get like the Brolys added to it or something like that, right? Like that's kind of, I think, a good way to look at this category when it comes to like sort of like running it in a lot of different events and stuff like that. But I'm not really too sure overall exactly how crazy it's going to be. Looking at it, looks like a lot of the Great Ape characters are on here, right? Like we see like, Great Ape Bardock and Great Ape Tora. Great Ape Vegeta is not on here. Makes sense since he was actually able to control the Great Ape, right? A lot of the Majin Buu characters, I'm not really too sure. Well, I guess because Majin Buu was literally uncontrollable by Bibbidi and Bobbidi, that's why they're on here, I guess. I guess it makes it, sure, it's fine. It's fine. Kid Buu, certainly I would describe as uncontrollable, right? I feel like that's accurate, so I'm definitely okay with him being on there. Majin Vegeta also was literally uncontrollable, so he makes a ton of sense being on here. Cell Max, yup, okay. So, yeah, and obviously it makes sense why Tech Broly could be, although, like, so this Broly, right, breaks out of Paragus' mind control, but Broly also just has, like, this, like, unending, unlimited ki coming from him as well. So there's multiple different reasons why Broly could actually be on this category. Broly would make a ton of sense as a leader of this team. That's why it is a little odd that they added the category, but we haven't actually gotten a leader yet. We don't have a leader for this team at the moment. What are the characters on here? Super 17 is on here, I guess because he kills Dr. Mew. I guess that does make sense, right? Like, I see the logic there. Janemba was just kind of a monster. Like, Janemba and Kid Buu are very similar, right? Like, just like an uncontrollable monster. Oh, I guess the androids are on there because they killed Dr. Gero. And just kind of, that must be the reason they're on there. Because I would not describe these androids as, like, power out of control or anything like that, besides the fact that they were not going to listen to Dr. Gero, right? Like, it's like, we're not, like, you know, we're uncontrollable to him. So I guess that's why that character will be on there. I am seeing, by the way, a lot of potential buffs for this team in the future, right? So, Great Ape Kid Goku, for example, to me, I feel like this will be an eventual Dokkan Fest LR. I think Kid Goku and Demon King Piccolo probably will be a dual Dokkan Fest at some point, and I could see it being Great Ape Kid Goku as the actual Dokkan Fest there. We could always get more Broly characters. We'll always get more Janemba characters. We're always going to get more Majin Buu characters. Those are always units that we're always going to be seeing more of. Broly, Cell Max is certainly going to get more than just one character. Great Ape Kid Gohan is something we would need in the future. Majin Vegeta is a very popular character. Wrath Broly, absolutely. This guy, I think, a Dokkan Fest. I would love this guy to be like a Dokkan Fest LR, I think. Not this year, and probably not next year either, but, you know, maybe 2026. This guy is like a Dokkan Fest LR for, I don't know, Tanabata or Worldwide or something like that. I'd totally love that, right? Like, they could do this guy and God Vegeta as a dual Dokkan Fest. I think would be fun. To me, I would love that. Wrath Broly and God Vegeta as a dual Dokkan Fest. Buhan is like criminally like disrespected in this game at this point. And it's funny, both of the two most, because Buhan, I mean, we do have the physical LR, but just like standalone Buhan, I've said it many times over the past couple of years, but this guy has enough animations to carry like 3 LRs or something. Like, he does so many attacks. Kid Buu, of course, is now infamous at this point for not having his LR yet. He's gonna get it, but he doesn't have it yet. I suppose we could always get more Hirudegarn characters. So we'll see how this category is going to look in the future, right? All right, let's jump in. Let's just do a quick run with the Uncontrollable Power team. I'm going to need to use this team quite a bit because there's now, you know, remember when a new category comes in, there's also new titles, right? Use the team, I think it's 10 times, 100 times, and 300 times. So let's get to it. All right, we're jumping into an event. Again, I figured we could have some fun, just kind of like do a little run right here. I probably, we did get kind of unfortunate luck in terms of Cell Max, Hirudegarn, and Tech Broly are essentially our slot 1 characters here. I wish Kid Buu would get hit a little bit more as well. Let's just do this. This is probably the safest bet. Tien and Roshi do, I wanted to jump into I didn't want to jump into Goku and Frieza or some shit like that, but I wanted to make sure this was a legitimate fight, which this is, right? We'll definitely take a little bit of damage in here. Ah, damn. Okay. I mean, really, we just got a bad opening rotation. Oof. He dodged that. That's probably a bad dodge. Okay, okay, well, I guess we just revived right away. Sure. Sure. I'll take it, man. Whatever. That's fine, I guess. All right. Well, I mean, we could say that actually worked out rather well for us, right? We're going to be able... Oh, look at this. Oh, Father Cell Max. Time to get built up, my boy. So Tech Broly... Dude, by the way, that Tech Broly intro, easily one of my favorite animations in the game, by the way. Do Paragus... something about Paragus and Dokkan both of his, because he has 2 voice animations with Broly, right? The active. Are you kidding me? Dude, they're trolling me right now. I wanted to go into a legitimate fight. Okay, they stun. I mean, I guess Cell Max defensively is fully built up. Then Broly can't attack. All right, not really a great start. We'll get there, though. Don't worry. We'll get there. We'll get there. I guess, I mean, we could just chalk this up to bad opening rotations. But, like, it's just always a very common thing with me. All right, so hopefully this Broly can get some crits for us. And he can hopefully do a lot of damage to Tien and Roshi. That's why, I mean, slot 1, again, at the end of the day, no matter what, you know, if the sky is blue, if the sky is red, if the grass is green, if there's no grass, you're going to need an elite character to handle slot 1 for you. It's just a fact of the matter. Because, I mean, maybe when other people play the game, the bosses just don't even attack slot 1. And, you know, like, you're just yippee, skippy, lemon, squeezy, I don't know, something. But over here, the bosses, they pressure slot 1 like crazy. Right. I guess I could have put Tech Broly in slot 1, but I did want to get Cell Max completely built up right away. I took advantage of that. I mean, at least he is fully built up, right? All right, here's Hirudegarn's intro. The one thing about this team, I mean, the Paragus and Tech Broly intro is good because I love hearing the voice acting. You know, Hirudegarn, right? Like, that's all Hirudegarn and Cell Max and AGL Broly do. They're just screaming. Okay, guys. Is Hirudegarn gonna come through? Bro. Ask Nano about Hirudegarn. I need Nano. I need people ask Nano what he thinks of Hirudegarn and Dokkan, please. Alright, Hirudegarn, come. Oh, dude, Jesus! Can we go a second without getting stunned? Okay. Bro, they're trolling us so bad. What is this, man? All right. Now, I mean, we're going to have Tech Broly ready to transform. Although, if they're going to super attack again instantly, Tech Broly will, you know, num, eat it up like nothing. But, you know, he could get locked down from counterattack. And that's where, dude, that's why dodge comes in clutch, man. You know, we need to dodge these supers so we can actually attack, dude. Jesus. All right, Fat Boo is ready to go. Could you, by the way, Fat Boo did have that 1-5 dodge. Could you imagine if Fat Boo had dodged the second time? Right? How crazy that would have been. I guess to be fair, we have not really taken damage since then. My Fat Boo has a full offensive build, and he did already revive, so he should be able to kill here. I've got a lot of, I was going to say crit on him. I've got a lot of crit on this Boo. Fat Boo's still very good, by the way. Because the thing that's so good about Fat Boo, he's good, and it doesn't have to do with how much damage he does or how well he tanks. Both of those are not really a huge factor into how good he is, right? Which is very helpful for his prospects in the future. The fact that he could be super good, and it doesn't really matter so much just directly how well he tanks and how well he hits. It's time. Let's go. Boom. All right, here we go. So, Tech Broly the God. Do I have to worry about EGL Broly? Nah, there's no way. If I have to worry about EGL Broly right here, that's an indictment on him. Cell Max, his key would be looking a lot better if he didn't get stunned, if he actually got to do his attacks before. We had a touch right there anyway. What I'm really looking for to see is, does Broly get his extra additional if he dodges in slot 1? Pretty sure he doesn't, but... Oh, yeah, well, I mean, yeah, there you go. Yeah, he definitely does not. Okay, because we didn't get the hidden potential system additional right there. So there we go. So yeah, if Broly does dodge that first attack, that definitely could prevent him from getting that extra additional, right? Because Broly gets an additional, there's a high chance to be a super within the same turn after receiving an attack. It's interesting because, you know, Cell Max... you know, with that type of ability, if Cell Max dodges, he still gets the extra additional. That could have made Broly a lot better. I definitely have no regrets about giving Tech Broly a lot of dodge, but That could keep him from getting that additional right there. A shame, because that 12 key additional for Tech Broly, oh, the animation is so fire when he just points that finger. All right, AGL Broly, how we doing right here? Okay. Sure. That's, I mean, in slot 2, I wish he could tank that a little bit better. We do have Fat Boo's Ghost Usher we could proc next turn, though. These are, oh, we have Berserker. Berserker's up. Berserker is up. Berserker is up. We don't have Big Bad Bosses, but we do have Berserker up. Beautiful. Beautiful. Hell yes. And we're getting the additional supers, too. Nice. Nice. Yeah, Cell Max still pretty crazy. Cell Max, obviously... this video was more so like, let's just use the team, you know, a little bit more kind of like fun range here. But definitely, Cell Max can be a little bit iffy when he's not specifically run on like movie bosses or super bosses or something like that, right? Here, let's go ahead and transform Hirudegarn. We'll jump over to his transform state. Remember the way Hirudegarn's dodges works? It does directly stack, by the way. So when Hirudegarn, you know, 1 dodge and he's at 80% dodge, 2 dodges, he's at 90% dodge, 3 dodges and he has 100% dodge. That's a very important thing to keep in mind with Hirudegarn there. Let's hit that, but obviously I am not risking anything. Here, hold this. Perfect. Now we'll go ahead and heal a lot of that back up. All right, we should be able to finish off right here. I guess it depends on if we're going to get like crits and stuff like that. Hirudegarn definitely can look a lot more impressive when he actually does get a dodge. You know, but I was not about to risk that. Hell no. We were not risking that. No way. So there we go. There is the uncontrollable power category. I do think that this team could definitely get improved significantly as time goes on. It'll be interesting to see who becomes the actual leader to this team. Now, remember, Inhuman Deeds is a category that's actually closing in on 5 years old, and we have never gotten a real leader for that team, right? We've had, like, you know, banner units and Yellow Crane LR leaders and stuff like that, but never a real proper lead for Inhuman Deeds. So... I mean, maybe Uncontrollable Power just won't have one for a while. It does feel to me like they created a new category for Bio Broly, though. I'm just saying, it does kind of feel that way to me. Like, they you know, like, all right, we got to get a new, you know, category for Bio Broly, potentially. We'll see if that actually ends up being true. So, let me know what you guys think about the Uncontrollable Power category. Thanks, guys, for watching. I love you guys. Mwah! And I'll catch you guys next time.